And he really might have managed to do that, but then her robe came open and she was naked underneath it. He could see the dark patch of hair over her breeding farm, her goddamn itchy breeding farm that was all the fucking trouble. When you got right down to it, those farms were all the fucking trouble in the world, and his head was throbbing, thudding, whamming, smashing, splitting. It felt like it was going to go thermonuclear at any moment. A perfect little mushroom cloud would shoot out of each ear just before everything exploded above the neck, and Junior Rennie, who didn't know he had a brain tumor, wheezy old Dr. Haskell had never even considered the possibility, not in an otherwise healthy young man hardly out of his teens, went crazy. It wasn't a lucky morning for Claudette Sanders or Chuck Thompson. In point of fact, it wasn't a lucky morning for anyone in Chester's Mill. But few were as unlucky as the ex-girlfriend of Frank de Lesseps. 4. She did have two more semi-coherent thoughts as she leaned against the newel post and looked at his bulging eyes and the way he was biting his tongue. Biting it so hard his teeth sunk into it. He's crazy. I have to call the police before he really hurts me. She turned to run down the front hall to the kitchen, where she would pull the handset off the wall phone, punch 911, and then just start screaming. She got 2 steps, then stumbled on the towel she'd wrapped around her hair. She regained her balance quickly. She had been a cheerleader in high school, and those skills hadn't left her. But it was still too late. Her head snapped back, and her feet flew out in front of her. He had grabbed her by her hair. He yanked her against his body. He was baking, as if with a high fever. She could feel his heartbeat, quick, running away with itself. "You lying bitch!" he screamed directly into her ear. It sent a spike of pain deep into her head. She screamed herself, but the sound seemed faint and inconsequential compared to his. Then his arms were wrapped around her waist, and she was being propelled down the hall at a manic speed, nothing but her toes touching the carpet. Something went through her mind about being the hood ornament on a runaway car, and then they were in the kitchen, which was filled with brilliant sunshine. Junior screamed again, this time not with rage, but pain.